Now we have to turn to the future and look to the rise of King Colbane. And we have many challenges, as well as many opportunities. But I'm not going to talk about them in this episode, because we're going to be talking about it in the next episode of my Crusader Kings 3 West African Viking invasion.
6 months later.
Oh, I think it's actually longer than that. Roll that again.
Many months later.
So yeah, I kind of took an 8-month long break. At least I, got something to show for it. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. I did promise there'll be another episode for this series. But here it is, episode 3 of my West African Viking campaign in CK3. I hope you enjoy it. There is some things coming along. I'm planning to do some streaming here and there, and also more episodes and more series. So stay tuned and enjoy this episode. So, a quick recap. In the last game, our most esteemed king, King HAESTEINN, sadly passed away. We shall miss him. But now we have King Colbane, and I hope in the era of King Colbane that we can achieve many things, not least of which centralize the kingdom and provide a good foundation from which we can keep growing from. I think it would be rather prudent to start with the vassals. Oh, you're kidding me. So yeah, things didn't get off to the best of starts with my family connections, but perhaps I'm going to have to sort out this problem in a more legal fashion rather than using the cloak and dagger. But unfortunately I do have an intrigue king, so that's rather hard, but I'll have to try my best. Yeah. Now, is it time for a southern raid or a northern raid? Oh, I'm feeling a northern raid. So yes, it was time to head north again and to fill my coffers a bit, make myself a bit more prestigious, and develop MacLeod a bit more. I think I have an obsession with hearing that sound now as well. I think that's half the reason I do raids now. What development? I'm so obsessed with development. Well, as well as looking at the development map mode as well. It's okay. How long are they going to take as well? But with rebel problems mounting back home, and with the raid essentially achieving its aims of getting money and prestige, I decided it was time to head home. I was thinking about maybe going to Spain, but like I said, I was running out of men, there was no more money to be had, and anyway, I had bigger plans for MacLeod, especially around its borders. As you can see here, it's only a minor tribal chieftain, but it was part of a bigger plan to deny a kingdom forming to myself, because I could see that a kingdom would form quite easily, so I was trying to secure that area and stop that from happening. So this is the first step. So yes, a fairly easy war for King Colbane, but it was part of his master strategy to stop a major rival forming in the south, and it worked. Now that my southern border had been secured, and to be honest, down in that area, there's not much development. Now, around the Gold Coast area of, southern Western Africa, there is a lot of development, but in that one patch where I'm going to my south, there's not much development there. It's not worth much. But to my east, where Ghana lies, there was a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, they're very big, and I didn't feel like taking them apart one bit by one bit. I wanted it all. So I looked at the options I had. I have my son and heir, HAESTEINN. And
I don't really know
I
what to do.
explored the idea because Ghana does have a very young child queen who has also not been betrothed yet, and I was looking into perhaps I can secure a marriage there. Unfortunately, I was not able to do that, but that did not stop my planning for Ghana because King Cobain's consort does have a claim. But I wanted to wait a bit. I wanted to weaken Ghana a bit more. So, the best way of doing that, go on a raid, because I get money out of it myself. And I've never done an Eastern raid before anyway. The only aspects that you do have to consider though, I do explain quite succinctly here. Now, with raiding, you can't just think about the ruler. You also have to think about these vassals, and these vassals are big. Very, very big. So I have to make sure, I can't just think about, oh, do I have more than this one? I always have to think about, look at that one. 2,800. So I'll be staying away from that area, unfortunately. Though I don't really know why I was worried about that, because with raiding an inland kingdom, it was a major problem. There's attrition, as you can see here. So I was never going to get that far east anyway, but my point still stands. Yet, we did manage to get to the capital and manage to pillage it. But it was a fairly painful journey home. We did make it back to our territory though, with our loot. But it was time to move on to the main plan of invading. Right. Steadily and steadily a weaker. Two alliances now. What is the war goal as well? What am I going to war for? Because this is very important. I had two choices essentially. I could either take Ghana apart little by little, easy wars that I was sure I was going to win, but it was going to take a long time, or I go for these really big punching wars where I take a lot off them, but it'll be very hard to win the war. But I knew if I was going to sour relations with Ghana, I needed to land a knockout blow. Because if I'm going to attack Ghana, I pretty much need to land a knockout blow on them. Because they will get stronger. And so I went with the claim of King Cobain's consort because I was fairly certain she would live for a long time, and it was going to give me the whole kingdom of Ghana and split the Ghana empire in two essentially. And the war starts off very similarly to many large wars in CK3, where it's very cat and mouse-ish. We're both trying to land knockout blows, but before anyone gets to that point, we retreat, and we're back at square one. And then things took a turn for the worse. Ouch. Yeah, King Cobain passed suddenly during the night. We don't know why, and it's not very helpful considering now under King HAESTEINN the kingdom is much divided, literally divided between the kingdom of Grenflod and Gabu. On top of that, we are still in this war because the claimant was not King Cobain, it was King HAESTEINN's mother. So I think at this point I would have been praying that I do not lose this war because I would be losing a lot of troops and be in a worse position. Fortunately, allies have arrived, so it's not all doom and gloom though. In the rare case of the AI being actually helpful, their army got straight to work being prime bait for the army of Ghana, and so we were able to get into a much favourable battle on our terms. Oh, and also Prince Halfdan was born, which I'm sure will be a future great king. So yes, we defeated their main army, and this made the war a lot less stressful. Until... oh my god. So are they really going to be sieging down all my land? Now you're probably wondering, War Under, why are you getting so mad about this? The players do this all the time to the AI. They all get into one country, they declare war, and they all raise their troops to go fight them. Yeah, and it's OP. You should never do that. Now I know what the AI feels like. This is so annoying. Because now, I'm going to have to go around the entire country after sieging the capital down, not only chasing the army of Ghana, but also they're all pathetic little vassals as well, and it's super annoying. I can't explain how annoying this is. They've essentially got allies in this war. Piss off, really? Just cough. It is so OP. I wish my vassals could rise up and just take on the enemy. So yeah, I wasn't exactly a happy bunny about this situation, but I did persevere and I did succeed in the end. I don't think I could have clicked that button any faster. And there we go. So I think to the untrained eye, it's quite hard to see what I've gained here because I've actually lost territory during this war. However, I've not only split up my major rival, but I've also got my mother on the phone, and therefore I'm the heir to the Kingdom of Ghana. So it is a major victory. I just now need to get the Kingdom of Gabu back under my control. But there's also a consequence to this. As you saw, the Kingdom of Ghana has very powerful vassals, and I've split it up so the king or the queen's authority is even more divided. And King HAESTEINN II's mother has a very precarious position now, because I think she has maybe, what, 1 or 2 counties, and the rest of the vassals are quite large, to say the least. But hey, that's future problems. Now, it's time for war. Wait, what? HAESTEINN II, I don't think you really understand. She's your mother, and there's some things you shouldn't do, you know. We're sort of in the middle of a war, and it's kind of quite awkward. Oh, oops, I misclicked. Oh, I guess we'll just have to see how this turns out. Well, that was a nice, easy war. Just go and end it now. Wait, what? Oh. Some kind of glitch. Finally. Okay, wait, what? What's this other war? What? Why am I still at war? Oh god. I didn't realise there was also another war as well. Right. I guess we're not disbanding the troops then. Now with this next war, I noticed very early on that I could get a white piece. And at first I decided against it because I thought I could win it, but in the end I just decided there's no point. I'm barely getting anything from winning the war anyway. So I just decided to white piece out. However, just before I did that, I realised an issue. King HAESTEINN II's mother, the Queen of Ghana, was in a spot of trouble with her rival, the Kingdom of Jene. And I knew that I was going to have to be involved in that. And sure enough, after I ended the war, first thing to come through in the mail was call to arms. And yeah, I couldn't really ignore this. I had to go back to war because this is what we fought for the Ghana war. So if she got deposed, it'd be all pointless. And on the bright side, it's a good excuse for another episode, on top of the fact that King HAESTEINN II might be having an affair with his mother, which is quite weird. Anyway, remember to like and subscribe, and I assure you this time there are more episodes coming, so keep a lookout for them. War Wanderer out.